Hi, it's Reverend Richelle F Gunter. On May 25th, 2020, another pandemic resurfaced as the world watched George Floyd, a 46-year-old African-American man, die under the knee of a Minneapolis police officer on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. According to the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, fatality rates of African American men as a result of the use of lethal force from police is 2.8 times higher than whites, and African American men are more likely to be unarmed than whites or Hispanic victims. Suddenly, the world wakes up to the issues of COVID-19, quickly followed by the death of George Floyd, arrested for allegedly purchasing unpacked cigarettes with a counterfeit $20 bill. While the officer positioned himself on Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, Floyd begged for his life, saying repeatedly, "I can't breathe." The whole world watched a modern-day lynching. While most people are generally outraged by the event, not everyone sees this event as part of a series of events. It's terrible for some, but for many of us, since the shooting of Trayvon Martin by a Town Watch member simply because he looked suspicious, it's been terrible. The othering of African Americans, male and female, has a long history. 250 years of slavery, 100 years of disenfranchisement, 50 years of discrimination. With a certain boldness, African American men have been subjected to mass incarceration, high incidence of unemployment, frequent assaults, abusive policing, lynching, disenfranchisement at the voting box, routine harassment, and racial profiling. Black men in every economic demographic have experienced being pulled over, questioned, and harassed by police officers across the United States. With reduced access to health care, African American men have the lowest quality of life and the shortest lifespan in America. While African American men are subject to othering, this othering also affects African American women and children, negatively impacting the Black community economically, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Believing that there is nothing new under the sun, I considered what theological perspective spoke to the issue of racism, slavery, the oppressive policing of other people, and immediately recalled the Exodus story. The Israelites cried out against the cruelty of slavery, recorded in the scriptures, and the Egyptians made their lives bitter with hard service in mortar and bricks and every kind of field labor. They were ruthless in all the tasks they imposed on the Israelites. Exodus 1:14. Their lives made bitter with hard service. The Israelites did not listen to Moses because of their broken spirit, the burden of slavery crushing them. The Israelites cry out in Hebrew, Katsaruash. Katsaruash, translated, means "I can't breathe." George Floyd was not the first to cry out. Eric Garner was not the first to cry out. The Israelites, in their moaning and groaning, cried out, Katsaruash, I can't breathe. God heard their cries and remembered his covenant with his people and the promises that he made. So what's the road to reconciliation? The road to reconciliation is long and steep. Psalm 37 reminds the people of God not to fret about evildoers. God promises that they will soon fade like grass. We should trust the Lord and do good. We must use our right to vote at every level of government. We must use our voice to call for transparent policing. We should consider displaying an American flag in our homes. America is not perfect, and we play a role in making a more perfect union. Langston Hughes put it this way: I too sing America. The American flag is our flag. Even when we take a knee, it's our flag. We should speak directly to racism in our homes, our families, our churches, our schools, and all our affiliations. And finally, we should have the audacity to hope. We must reclaim America for ourselves and the generations that come after us. Blessings. Happy 4th of July.